Bronico. You all know it's
awesome.
Bronico.
Yeah.
For the fans, by the fans, damn it.
Tell us about your injury, man. I know I feel like this is the first game you've missed for Charlotte, right? I feel like you played every game except for last Saturday.
Well, there was last year when I got like the red card against.
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't count that.
That's a non-injury.
Missed time to challenge.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like it's crazy. I haven't really been injured before, especially like a muscle injury. You know, I do a lot to try to keep my body healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of just happened out of nowhere. I got, I kind of fell awkwardly after a challenge in practice, probably in, early February. I think it was the 6th. And literally the next pass I made with my left foot, I was a little bit off balance and I went across my body. And it just I just felt like a tear.
Mm-hmm.
And I immediately went to the ground and I was like, dang, something's not right. And I couldn't, I was limping. I couldn't walk on it. I was like, what is going on right now? This is crazy.
That's fun, right?
So they threw ice on it. I had an MRI the next morning. It's just you have a strain in your quad. You're not gonna be able to do stuff for a while.
Yeah, I saw you out there running this morning though, so it must be getting better.
It's getting better, slowly but surely.
Do we have a guesstimate on how long you're going to be out for?
I would say probably another couple weeks.
Okay. So for that next home game that we have here in Charlotte, you should be ready.
Man, yeah, I hope so. That's hopefully I can be ready before that, but we got to see how it heals and how it progresses. The worst thing you can do, especially with the muscle injury, is what they're telling me is that you don't want to rush it back too early, and then having to do the whole, healing and rehab process over again. So I'm just focused on, getting this healthy. And then after that, I can do my thing. The first week and a half, 2 weeks, I was pretty down. I didn't really want to leave my room. I didn't really want to talk to anybody. I was just question, why is this happening right now? Right before the season, you work so hard in the off season, you work so hard, in the first couple weeks of preseason, and then all of a sudden you get hit with a random injury that you've never had or dealt with before. So that was definitely hard. I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm doing better with it, especially as you can feel it getting better, and I can, go out there and start touching the ball again, getting my fitness back, getting that foundation back. It's better, and I've kind of switched perspectives and try to see it in a new light. But yeah, it's definitely tough.
Well, we're all sending you good vibes.
Yeah, man. Grind set, right?
Grind set, baby. That's it.
So you ever need a chat, Bronico, we're here for you, man.
I appreciate y'all, man.
We got you, man. We'll make your life better by telling stories about our life.
That's right.
A lot of things have changed in the off season, right? You mentioned you got ready, right? We went from the Latanzio era to the Dino era. How to us on the outside of the locker room, it looks like it seems a lot fresher. The guys seem to be having a lot more fun. It looks like a lot more freedom to play on the pitch as well. Just kind of touch on how it is to have one manager one season, then a new manager in the next, and how you adjust to that, and that sort of thing, I guess.
The culture change.
Yeah, the culture change.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously, I had a good relationship with Latanzio. But yeah, it's a different culture, different type of feeling in the locker room. A lot of the guys, including myself, like Dean. He brings I guess like a breath of fresh air, to the locker room and the guys. And he's obviously a very experienced manager. He likes to joke around with a lot of the guys, which is good. So it's like a softer feel around the locker room. Guys can, be themselves. He encourages them to be and play like themselves. He has a, specific style and system that he wants to implement, a plan that a lot of the guys are understanding that we worked on all of preseason. So yeah, I think Dean's a great a great, I guess, like signing as a coach for the club.
Yeah.
Probably, one of the biggest with all of his success over in England. But yeah, I think he's a really good manager, and I think he's going to do a lot of great things for us as players and the club as a whole.
Yeah, you can kind of tell just in the presses with him, right? He likes to cut up, and like I said, he's straight to the point, right? I mean, there is no beating around the bush, and lots of none of that reading between the lines. So yeah, good for him, man. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for this season. I think more so than I was the first season.
Yeah, he's definitely somebody you should be excited about. Like I said, I think he's going to do a lot of great things with this club.
Who's the biggest jokester in the locker room amongst the players and everything?
That's I don't know. That's a tough one. Everybody
There's a lot of them on there, man.
Yeah.
You see on the social, everybody. There's always one or two that you've seen like, I didn't think he had that kind of personality, but what's up?
Yeah. I just feel like everyone as a whole in the locker room, we have a really close group, very cohesive. Everybody feels pretty comfortable to joke around with each other, which definitely makes for a better culture in general.
Yeah.
You feel comfortable around each other. You feel like you can play and trust each other, and ultimately that leads to better results. So everybody's pretty comfortable joking around each other. I don't know if we have like a specific one.
So do you like watch the tactics or the game tape and then go out and say, all right, this is what we're going to try to, either be better or sort of improve on this week, like because of the team that you're playing against, that's their weak spot, or is it like you go out and do whatever and then kind of come in for the afternoon and just watch tape all afternoon?
No, so they kind of break it up. The beginning of the week, you're going to go over the game that you just had, and go over some of the stuff you did well, and obviously some of the stuff you didn't do as well. You want to correct the stuff you didn't do as well, and then encourage the stuff you did do well.
Right.
And then usually from like Wednesday on, you watch clips on the other team, and kind of point out their weak spots. You obviously have your own style and tactics as like a foundation or a basic principle that you're going to apply to every single game.
Right.
But then it's like, okay, we have our system, but how can we use our system and also, exploit, their weaknesses or what they're not so good at. It's nice just having a place that you can call home, where your locker is, where everybody in the club is going to be, which I think they did a really good job with, is like kind of getting the front office down there and the Crown Legacy and the Academy down there. So it's really just one big home for Charlotte FC as a whole, which I think is great for the culture and development and growth of the club.
Have you been using any of the crazy? Sorry, Lee, I'll let you get in a second, but I just got to. Have you been using any of the crazy like bath? I don't know, underwater jogging treadmill stuff for recovery and everything like that? Any kind of new fandango, really wild physical stuff?
Not really. I mean, some of the guys that have more serious injuries use like the underwater treadmill, and stuff like that. I did use they have like an altitude room.
Altitude.
It pressurizes the room. It like saturates you with oxygen or something.
It's like tougher. It's essentially like, I think it's supposed to be like tougher to breathe. It's like so it was like I was on the bike and I was biking at 6,000 feet above sea level.
Right.
So it makes it a little tougher, training wise. So that was pretty cool. I mean, I'm pretty used to like taking ice baths and contrast baths in the tubs, and then I feel like the only newer thing was, like you said, the underwater treadmill. But no, I haven't really used that. The weight room is great though, man. I love the weight room. You know that.
You gonna flex for us real quick, man?
No, I ain't gonna do that. So, I know Bojangles. So.
Bojangles.
Not good for the body or recovery. So,
yeah, fair. Yeah.
They have breakfast there and lunch there. It's pretty much mandatory for all clubs to provide that. But we're lucky with how great that staff is, and how nice they are. It's really almost like they're part of the team.
Yeah, for sure.
The breakfast and lunch staff. So it's nice that they brought them from Bank of America down to that facility, and we can kind of keep that group together.
Yeah.
And hold on, Dino said, I remember one of the pressers that I cut up, he said, down to the people who clean this facility at night, it's like everyone is a part of the team. Everyone is doing something in that whole kind of community feel. So I love it that the coach also appreciates the people that are working in the kitchen, everybody, anywhere around there, everything they do. So that's cool.
Yeah, no, he's outside of just being a soccer coach, he's a genuinely good guy as well.
Tell us about what you're doing in the community and what's going on with your charities and stuff. And like, what are we looking at right here? In case you don't know, people.
The Brawny Goat, man. It's the Brawny Goat.
I know, but are you using? Is this out there amongst the people?
Yeah. It should be on my website, BrandtBronico.com. But yeah, we're trying to get started on planning the the BB13 annual fundraiser. And maybe we'll add a second part to it this year. I can't speak about it yet. But something for sure to be excited about. Families, kids, everybody will obviously be able to attend. But so we'll for sure do the BB13 fundraiser, and then we're talking about adding a second part that we haven't done before. So the TBD.
So like nice. Fans against you professionals or what, man?
That would be a crazy game. I don't know if we're gonna go that route, just right. for liability purposes. So
yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, BrandtBronico.com. That's where a lot of the details and everything will be at, especially for the fundraiser. And obviously, you have my Instagram page, Bronabo13, and the BB13 collection, where we do a lot of. My wife has been up in the content on that, and dragging me in front of the camera. So we're in the full swing of things. That's
the camera definitely likes you, Brandt. So
I appreciate that.
Hey, let me jump real quick, because how was this experience? How did this camera and they just take a picture of you, and how did this all come about real quick? And what did you think being the first bobblehead?
Man, I was shocked. I didn't think they would choose me. I kind of just got an email from the marketing team, and they're like, "We think you'd be a great fit for this." And I was like really? That's awesome. I'm pumped for that. I was like, the only thing is can we include the mullet in the bobblehead? And they're like, "Oh yeah." I was like, I think the supporters would really like it. And it's kind of part of the brand now. I was gonna cut it off, honestly. But once we did the bobblehead, I was like, I'm just gonna keep it. We're just gonna keep it rolling. Maybe we'll trim it up from time to time, but the overall I guess base and foundation of the haircut will stay the same.
Nice.
You need to do like a Danny McBride, man, to grow you out the old goatee and everything.
Yeah, you can change it up, do different things on your face, but still have the mullet. Let's see the back of it right now, man. How's it look?
Yeah, it's kind of in there, I got a hoodie on right now, so it's kind of hard to tell, but
right,
it's flowing. It's flowing.
So basically, one day you're like, I'm gonna try this style. I like it, whatever. And now you're saying it's a Brandt Bronico brand. Literally
part of the brand. Yeah.
Because we'll be around a long time, and you're a native. So when we're talking to you after you've retired and all that stuff, and you've got gray hair and you're still rocking the mullet, we'll bring this clip back up. So
yeah, you should. I know. I'm gonna try to keep it going as long as I can.
Nice. You heard it here first. The mullet's going nowhere.
Yeah, that's we're keeping it around.
That's all we do is break news around here, man. So,
oh, I know.
Now we got some breaking news.
Right,
there we go. We're gonna clip that and TikTok it all, man.
Oh man, this is gonna be great.
Maybe sometime next year. We'll see.
There you go.
Now that was all right. Well, let us know. Please invite us to the reveal party where they pop the. Please, that's all I ask. That's all I ask. Just let us be there to know your future children's.
I'm sure that's what the Bronicos want is JT and Lee at their reveal party. All right.
We'll stand in the court. We'll be fine. We'll be cool. You'll have
just with the cameras out,
Yeah.